Wee oo! Wee oo! Hello Pate, hello Haku Haku. You got kebab and pizza. I got fruits. I had apples, kiwi, and blueberries, and some mandarin. Nice, nice. We're all living healthy. Hello Ruby Ruby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Long time no see. This time we are back with Kubera. I scrolled through the last chapter we read, and we have been witnessing a talk between Kubera and Lise. There was a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of difficult to understand reveals, if I remember correctly. Also, the earrings of Kazakh broke while our little boy Yuta was the name, was wearing them, and so Yuta is kind of worried about that. I have nothing as I still gotta wait for lunch. No! Hello, hope you got some good rest. Not technically rest, my legs are hurting like hell at the moment, but that's because I basically walked like at least 20 kilometers every single day while I was on my vacation. If I have to look that up in freedom meters for you, freedom meters, kilometer in miles, that means I basically walked 12.4 miles every single day for the last month. That's what I did. 12.4 miles every single day. Just a tiny walk, you might say. And we are reading the first half of Lies for You. I think I did put it into the thumbnail of like 89 to... Did I do that? I already forgot if it was like 89 to 94. Did I do that? I don't remember. Who am I? The Freedometer. No, it's like the pedometer. A pedometer. Pedometer? I know what a kilometer is. I'm not from the US. Is it called pedometer or pedometer? Bro must have the quads of a Greek god after that. Yeah. You could call my... You could call... You... Okay, I'm not talking. You could call myself a constellation. Sure. Pedo or pedo? I don't know. Counting step. Kazakh's earrings broke? Let me see. Let me just get into reading. Pedometer. Okay, this is English pronunciation. Pedometer. Pedometer. Pedo. Why is the O pronounced like an A? I can't believe a god-level item just broke on its own. But it's only cracked. Does it not work at all? No, I can't even hide my fangs. How troubling. God-level items are naturally strong, and even if they break, they are immediately restored back to normal since they share the same regenerative abilities as gods. But seeing how these are not being restored, could it have something to do with Vishnu disappearing? That doesn't feel right. Vishnu disappearing. That is possible. The primeval god Vishnu hasn't been seen since the upheaval. But as far as I know, god-level items don't get affected by a god's death or resurrection. And if a god had ceased to exist, their items should disappear with them. Is this Vishnu? Because we see the earrings. Is Vishnu just a furry god? Vishnu with the cat ears? Vishnu with the tiny horn things? Vishnu with the plug-in tail or something? Vishnu with more dog ears? Another something? What the fuck is this? Wilrar. Oh, this is Wilrar. This is Vishnu? But Wilrar? Okay, Wilrar is known to have 9 items belonging to Vishnu. Wilrar is the world. Wilrar is the world. But none of them showed any abnormality since the upheaval. No, maybe the other items are being affected the same way right now. I'm sorry, I can't help you on this matter, because it is out of my knowledge. Vishnu cat ears. Will you really be okay? It will be the end if Lise or Run find out. If I get in the way of crossing the channel, I'll leave, so you don't have to worry about anything. Oh, little sweetheart. And the maid bow tie, though. Maid bow tie? Which one of these is the maid bow tie? Oh, this? Oh, yeah, this could be a maid bow tie. I interpreted this with Arf, which is also easier to say, yeah. Yeah, this can be interpreted as a bow tie. I thought this was also like the cat ears, a form of ears, but like for fluffy dog. Like it's a fluffy dog with fluffy ears. It is not my furry outfit, it is my Vishnu god tier equipment. You don't get it, mom. Chapter 89, Lies for You. Wow, there are so many cool things here. Do you want to look around together? Pick something out you like. I'll buy it for you. Really? Thank you, Agwen. What a great sight. I'm glad they're getting along. I thought Agwen wouldn't remember me, but I was surprised to see how she behaved the same as she did when she was younger. She dragged me into a hat shop and put hats on me, without asking my opinion. I see her habits are still the same as when she was younger. Hats? Damn, must have been quite sexual. You know, hats are pretty nice looking. No, that is the wrong one. Hat shop and put hats on me, without asking my opinion. I see her habits are still the same as when she was younger. Oh, it's Mr. Kazak. Should I ask for his autograph? Forget it. You shouldn't ask when he has his horns out. You should only approach him when he's with Agwen. Oh, really? What are you going to do about Agwen? You guys are father and daughter. You can't just not talk to each other like this. It doesn't seem too serious. I think if you just apologize. Hey, are you listening to me, Kazak? You don't know anything. Huh? She's only like that on the outside. She flinches whenever I approach her without my earrings on. Yet she says, I'm okay, Dad. If I try to talk to her now, she will just say that she's fine. But an answer like that won't solve anything. You're very different from the dragons I know. If you can think like that, you're not completely emotionless. Maybe it's because you're a half. So you are saying it was the earrings that kept things okay between you two until now, huh? Yes. It looks strange if Kazak was the only one talking, so they are speaking in the Shura tongue. And you threw away the oh-so-important earrings, right? I didn't throw them away. I'll get them back, I think. What do you mean, I think? Whatever. From now on, I'll follow you guys from behind. So you go first. That's your reason for being here, no? Okay. You want me to act as a buffer between you two, right? Look at the guy with the cat freaking hat. Fine. Princess helped me enter the city and even bought me a hat. That's the least I can do for her. Don't call her princess. Why? You call her princess as well. I can call her that because she's my princess, but you... Anyway, just call her by name. Kazak, you being emotionless is a lie, isn't it? Look at him. Yeah, he's getting surprisingly angry and protective for his daughter. People who use magics without calculations. Yeah, I heard that there are people who can do that, but Asha said calculations were necessary. Do you know anything about that? Of course I know. I'm one of them. Don't you think you're being overly surprised? What kind of person did you take me as? A boatman? Anyway, I'm serious. I don't use any calculations. I only study that stuff because it was on the exams. That stuff isn't necessary at all, which results in a lack of accuracy. Hey, I got us this far through a channel. Changing the course of the boat isn't hard at all. Ran Cyrov, you look like the type of a magician who freezes part of his own body when using the Bhavati Varuna spell. Am I wrong? What the hell? Did he do a background check on me or something? It was only a guess, but it seems I was right. How pathetic. Hey, it was just one mistake, just once. I'm only a rank BB because I'm still in college, but my test scores are really high. I'm sure they are lower than mine. No, I bet I scored higher. Wanna bet? Okay, how much you wanna bet? Name your price. 10,000 gold. Okay. We will check our scores at the Magician's Guild in Kali Bloom. What is this unimaginably high number? Obviously, I would be surprised if Asha scored lower in anything. Asha is just the GOAT student. Got you all the way to Kali Bloom. Sorry to interrupt, Asha, but are there any tests to see if you can use magic or all calculations? Huh? Tests like that exist? There are no standard tests, but in introductory topology, there's a method that allows you to find out. Hoti Brahma. Shush. How many times are you going to use creation magic in a day when you don't even have a creation attribute? Practice makes perfect. Don't be jealous. Just practice. The daily usage limits of spells increase with practice. You act like I don't practice. I get it. It's that question, right? I'll explain it. I love giving people this kind of question. Hey kid, answer this. Look at this loop. Splash. Oh, there are people. There are people over there. It must be another team or something. Huh? Finally, we found some people. What area is this? This is Area 50. Didn't you get here by looking at the signs? I love this topology scene. Look at you, nerd. Something is wrong with the channel right now. The signs are useless from Area 51 and on. Freaking America at it again. Anyway, thank goodness we got to Area 50. You guys must be going to Misty Shore. No, actually we are heading to Kali Bloom. We entered from Misty Shore. But you came from the other way. That must mean the problem is too serious to cross the channel. Yes, it's too dangerous from Area 51 onwards. And the signs are completely useless. They lead you to totally different areas from what they are showing. In addition to that, there's no order of numbers. It's all random. 79A, 100J, 66F. Out of nowhere, you're at Area 80, then Area 100, then back to Area 70. It's a complete mess. We should have gone through already, but when we saw the sign for Area 100, we thought we were almost there. But our party originally had 13 members. The number of Shuras were unbelievable, and only Gandhava Shuras are supposed to appear here. But there were all kinds of strange Shuras as well. They were all covered in black and didn't have a definitive form. All of them had different shapes. At first we thought they were just strange looking Gandhava Shuras, and since we had over 10 magicians, we thought we could take care of them if we all used magic at once. But all our magic failed. All your magic failed? I told you, we can't handle an area which is higher number than 51. What can we do when our magic doesn't work? Let's just go back. Run, Cyrov, stay calm, I'm thinking. What is there to think about? We have to go back. No matter how far you run, you will still be in the palm of my hands, son. Garuda, Shuri, Vishnu, none of them can stop me. You are a masterpiece, made just for me. So the weird black blobs are part of one thing where Yuta is a half from? I cannot allow you to be accompanied by others. So come back to your mother's side. If you leave this place, you will be alone, no matter where you go. Because that's the way I have made you to be. To be continued. Poor Yuta. Just wanna give him a hug. Poor Yuta. Pyro Prima. So, is this entire thing being influenced by Yuta's parents? Or how is the whole change thing happening? I don't think it's Kubera's doing, because Kubera is not. I don't think Kubera wants these things to mess up. Like, Kubera is not attacking Lise. Kubera is not attacking anything. These things are just happening. So I think it must be one of the Shura people. Yuta did stop magic before as well, so those could be related to him, yeah. Like, actually, that it's Yuta's doing? Like, him passively doing it? Could also be that. Then let's head back again. I'm so sick of this. It's already the 40th time we've been on this path. Hey, do you really think we will get to the end of the channel by doing this? Yes. Although it's still at a stage of uncertainty. What is that supposed to mean? Based on how the areas make appearances irrelevant to the signs, there's a possibility that the tunnels are connected to others at random, except the one connecting Area 51 and 50. My head hurts. I'm not gonna listen. If tunnels really lead to random areas, it is possible for us to get to Area 100 if we keep going back and forth from one area to the other. There is no need for us to pass through many areas and risk the chance of running into Shuras. I've also considered the possibility that each tunnel is linked to a definite set of areas. But judging by the tunnels we have encountered so far, it is highly possible that tunnels connect to all areas from Area 51 to 100. when the half was being killed, and then when Aquan tried to capture him. The magic fails. Not passively, when he activates his red eyes. Ah. Okay. But of course, if we don't find Area 100, no matter how many times we do this, we will have to change our plans. You have it all wrong. Getting to Area 100 isn't the problem right now. Even if we get lucky and end up at Area 100, what are we going to do if you run into the mysterious Shoras that other people were talking about? Magic doesn't work on them, so how are we? We'll think about that when we get there. Wow, so irresponsible. I can run away even without using magic, but what makes you so confident? Are you basically useless without magic? As long as you listen to my instructions, I promise that no problems will occur inside the channel. What the? It's Area 93 again. It's already our third time here. That was our 100th attempt, yet we've never been at Area 100. So what? That is perfectly reasonable. The probability of reaching Area 100 is in 100 attempts is... Stop, don't calculate, even I know something at basics. I'm just sad we ended up with such an unlikely possibility. Do you have anything to say about how we've spent the whole day walking around just to find nothing? Not really. We will rest here and start again tomorrow. By the way, I'm not thinking about probabilities. The only probability I want to think about is from Omniscient Reader's viewpoint. I don't care about probability that's connected to math. Don't talk to me about math. Math is the last thing I want to talk about. By the way, I actually also sucked at geography. And when I say geography, I don't mean like countries and continents and that stuff. I actually mean... It's actually... I think would it be closer to geology? Isn't that called... It should be geography if I translate the German word correctly. Because in German it's Geography. Geography. Wow. Who would have thunk? Who hurt me? Probably math for 12 years in school. Probably 12 years. I feel like mainly it's been year 11 and 12. Before that I was just okay. But year 11 and 12 really hurt me in math. Not really. We'll rest here and start again tomorrow. Toot toot. I've given him all these hints, but he still isn't saying one word to Lise. Doesn't he see that she's exhausted when she's right next to him? Lise is just hungry. Oh, where did Yuta go off to this time? Lise, did you give Yuta those chips? Yup. Run, before I go to bed, let me take the test thing. Right, but we don't have the loops. I'm tired, please handle it by yourself for once. I was just about to do it. It's his girlfriend who wants to take the test. Can you not even do that much for her? I don't see what all these girls see in a guy like that. Hoti Brahma. Wow, they're huge. It's easier to explain when they're bigger. Okay, take a look at the ordinary looking loop. Imagine taking the edges and sticking them together. Like this. If you do that all the way around, what does it become? Well, the shape of a tube. This is not Lise. This test is the topology scene I said out loud. Okay. This is not Lise. This is an imposter. Study of locations. Geology, study of rocks. I think we had them combined in one thing. Because, like, if you talk about topography, that's like the different layers of the earth and everything, right? But that was also taught to us in geography. Like in geography, we talked about locations, rocks, topology, topography, like all kinds of things. By the way, what I'm saying about that this is an imposter Lise, the actual real Lise would said, oh, if you turn it all the way around, what does it become? Well, the shape of a donut. That's what Lise would have said. This is a donut. This is not just a tube, Lise. Apparently, Curry actually made a quiz on her blog for a chance Asha was calculating, and the answer was roughly 12.72%. Okay, correct. Then what if you do the same to do this to this loop over here? Huh? This loop is twisted. I can stick together a part of it, but wouldn't it be impossible to do it all the way around? Oh, you got it in one try. A lot of people don't get it until trying to do it themselves. Yes, I got it! Did you hear that, Asha? I got it right! Don't get too excited. Anyone who isn't dumb can figure that out. Huh? Really? I see. So it was an easy question, huh? I thought it would work, but it isn't working. But I don't think they would have made us do something that we can't do. Runner, isn't the answer obvious? It's obvious? Why? Don't I see it? Why don't I see it? It must be stupid. I must be stupid. Actually, I don't get it either. Hey, don't just sit and watch. Do some gluing. Okay. Hey, Asharahiro, don't you think you're being a bit too harsh? When I was studying at the academy, most of the students had to try it before figuring out the answer. Does it make them all idiots? I was the shape is a Klein bottle. It's only non-intersecting in 4 dimension. You mean the twisting loop thingy? The twisting circle thingy? Being a Klein bottle? I don't know that term. Is there a different name for it in German, or is it just Kleinflasche? Kleinsche Flasche. Sometimes also called Kleinscher Schlauch, which would translate to Klein Faucet? Not faucet. Hose. Klein Hose. Sometimes in German it's either called the Klein Bottle or the Klein Hose. I was just judging by the standard of magicians. There may be students at the academy who don't see it right away, but there's no magician alive who doesn't notice. Is Lise a magician? I don't think so. There's no need to be so mean to a kid who just wants to try out the test. You should be giving praise to when they... Oops, did I cross the line? What do you think I'm interested in, Lise or something? As a member of this team, I thought it would be best to have a better atmosphere. I have no interest in... Run, I'm fine. Let's keep going. So that wasn't the test question, right? You have tried to do the same thing to the Mobius strip as you did to the band, you will get a Klein bottle. And just like the Mobius strip, it's one-sided. Ooh, so many terms. Yeah, this is the test. In reality, it's impossible to stick all the edges all the way around, but it's still possible to imagine its shape. Huh? Of course, most people can only imagine an incomplete shape. There's an answer in topology textbooks, but it would be impossible to draw an impossible shape, right? Meaning the supposed shape drawn as the answer isn't the actual answer either. I see. It wouldn't be possible to draw it unless you made the shape intersect itself. Oh, Asha is being surprised with something here. Maybe she didn't expect that Lise would understand this or come to this conclusion. But if you made the shape intersect itself, it's different from the shape you get in your head. Oh, what an annoying question. I know the answer, but I can't describe it. What the hell? Are you really imagining a shape that doesn't intersect itself? Yeah, the shape is in my head, but I don't know how to describe it though. Oh, Asha, see? Lise thinks the same way as I do. I finally met someone who can sympathize with me. Asha, why do you look surprised? Isn't this shocking? Lise can use magic without calculating. Huh? Really? Cannot become a proper magician without using calculations anyway. Using magic without proper calculations makes you a hazard to the people around you. Asha pulls in. A rare emotion coming out from Asha. This guy, he's incapable of giving compliments. He may be good looking, but his personality is out of this world. My goodness. That is very attractive with the woman. Would you rather have a 5'5" guy that treats you like a queen and does everything you want from him, or a 6' guy that is somewhat toxic to you? Well, how toxic are we speaking? That is, by the way, this is a quote that I have seen in an actual interview. That is a quote I have seen in an actual interview. She's trying so hard to not to look too surprised, yeah. Her boyfriend says stuff like that to her. See? She's so disappointed. Lise, how about starting off by learning a spell that wouldn't be hazardous to the people around you? So much nagging, I can't resist. Huh? That kind of magic exists? Of course. For example, a spell like Kubera. There we see the future Lise. I feel like, my first thought, we see Kubera, but the long hair, the sword, the bracelet, it makes me think that this is future Lise. Welcome, welcome, Marco. You like this arc/chapter? It was a pretty good chapter of the topology thing with the foreshadowing or like showing future Lise, Asha being surprised, and also like I mean, that's all of it basically. Lise is hungry, the misunderstanding with Run continuing. What's wrong? It's nothing. I didn't expect my name to come up there. What kind of spell is Kubera? You don't even know that? What exactly does she know? For me, Lies for You is the best part of Season 1. However, it is just a topology scene. Okay, so you really rate the topology scene so highly. Well, simply speaking, it's a spell that makes you stronger. I see, a spell that makes you stronger. Makes me stronger? It sounds like I'd be less of a magician even if I learned this spell. Why are you disappointed? Then let's leave that aside for now. And after you've learned some rapid calculation... No. What do you mean disappointed? If you teach me, I'll do my best. Okay, then first what you have to think about before reciting a spell is yes, and yes. Asha, do you know how to use this magic too? Huh? Oh, Asha is gone. Asha is gone like the wind. Must have been the wind. You could have taught her. Do you not want her to use magic? You heard everything, huh? But why does it matter to you? I'm sorry, I won't say anything. I do think it would be better for her to use magic, but it would only be better for me. Only for me, and not for Lise. What do you mean? Good question. Why do you think Lise is so enthusiastic about learning magic all of a sudden? Where do you think she heard about using magic without calculations? Especially when we were in the middle of the water channel. Hesitate. That is a very good assumption. Asha is thinking that the situation that is going on with Lise is quite sus. Because Lise suddenly has new knowledge that she shouldn't have. Lise is now interested in learning something which she wasn't really before because she just was thinking about calculations, I guess. So Asha is quite suspicious of this entire situation. Just forget what I've just said. Although, I know you will still keep quiet without needing me to say this. Even if she leaves out calculations, it isn't easy to understand magical theories. So it will take at least some time before she can actually use magic. Even if she's all excited about learning magic now, she'll complain when it gets difficult and... Kubera! How nice! The most useless and bothersome pawn has got a useful skill now. Be glad, Asha. Who is this? This must be a new character. Favorite season 1 arc. That's highly rated. I thought most people would think that the arc with the attack on the city would be the highest rated. So you are living for the dead. I'm living for the living, and that's why my wish is always the same. My only wish is for Kubera's happiness. Is this Lise's mom? I'm sorry. The arc of the city doesn't have much rewatch value. I guess, yeah, because it's the most action-heavy arc, kinda. But still, that's Rao, her dad. Oh, this is Rao's, this is the dad, okay. But this one is not the mom. This is a different character. But is this the first time we have seen her dead? I don't remember ever seeing her dead. I remember hearing the name Rao like in the very, very beginning of a book that Lee's had, but I don't know. Asha, I knew I wasn't ready. I tried shouting it out because the fury seemed so easy. You need to take it easy. I don't know if you get it or not, but you need to see what kind of magic it is before you give it a shot. Okay, look, I'm gonna strengthen my arm. It takes a lot of vigor to strengthen many parts of your body at once, so you would normally strengthen your arms or legs. In episode 1 in a photo frame. Okay, I must have forgotten the appearance then. Hoti Kubera. You see what you have? You see, you have to have at least. You have to at least know what form of magic it is. Near the book. Well, I guess the book took more of my attention. When it comes to magic, fury is important, but the image of it is also important as well. That's the light that hovers around that guy. So there's certain kind of holy magic that strengthens the magician and makes him glow with a golden light. Oh, really? So that's how you change colors? Oh, it's a bit different. That magic is an extremely simplified version of the original. Usually it's used to strengthen one part of the body rather than the whole. Strengthening the whole body uses up too much vigor, causing the magician to be exhausted fast. But of course that's only for normal people. I become like this every night, but it doesn't exhaust me at all. Yeah, that's right. He said there was a similar magic to his hair, so this was the magic he was talking about. What are you thinking about? You want me to explain the theory again? There's no way you can memorize it in one try. No, I get it. I can do it for sure this time. Okay, look. Hoti Kubera! Oh, is this the Hoti Kubera that only good people can see? Is this the Hoti Kubera that only good people can see? Why isn't it working? Hoti Kubera! Hoti Kubera! Hoti Kubera! Isn't this the only Kubera that only good people can see? Is such a good line. I love that line. I need to save that. I need to save that for I don't know, when somebody's saying like something like that, how good they are at something, I can ask themselves, oh, is the skill that is that the skill only good people can see? I mean, he's also dissing kinda himself, saying that he's not a good person, but it's perfect for me. That's enough. Just because you shout it out like that doesn't mean it will work all of a sudden. Well, almost nobody gets it right the first time, so keep trying, kid. I'm not a kid! Stop talking and go to sleep. Replacement for the is this Hoti Kubera in the room with us? Good old Hoti Kubera. 100F. Oh my! Wow! We tried 100 times yesterday and didn't work, but it got in one try today. It seems that luck may be on our side today. Yeah, things are going well from the start. Hoti Surya. The layout of Area 100 is also a lot different from how I remember. And you can't even see the whole place with one Hoti Surya, it's really big. Which can also mean that we might be lost here for a while too. If we made that sure while we're lost, it all have been for nothing, just like the people we met at Area 50. Anyway, let's go. It's this way. Hey, Lise, you're scared now, right? Speak for yourself, Ron. What will you do without your magic? Please don't cry later on. This is... I don't know, Yuta is probably holding himself back, not interacting a lot with Lise, Ran, and also Asha, because he doesn't want... He doesn't want his Shura traits to be seen by the other people. So he's holding them back, not interacting much with them. But I would kind of liked it if we somehow saw that more, because he has been more in the background. Because he's trying to avoid interaction. But I would have liked if maybe we've seen like Lise interact with him and he's trying to avoid conversation. Maybe even Yuta is throwing like a tantrum or something, so that he can act like a pouting child or something, so that he can stay away. Yeah, Haku. Asha also used it when they first entered the channel. Also, this was seeing Hoti Shurya before. Yeah, we're seeing things now. Because right now it feels for me a bit weird how Kubera Lise is not really interacting with Yuta anymore, even though before she was always interacting with him the whole time. That's strange. What is? The scene is completely black. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, even though it's a bit dark, that's really strange. The sky you see in the channel is supposed to be blue like an ocean. Who cares? We just need to get through. Things seem rather quiet, and nothing seems to be coming out. We will soon be at the exit. Wow, we're finally at the end? Asha, let's go straight to our restaurant when we get out. Okay. Yuta, what's wrong? You don't seem to be in a good mood. You see? Now she brings it up. I mean, it's only been like a day and a half maybe since the thing broke. But to me, the whole lesson stuff, I feel like it would have been interesting to see how she hurt me somehow. During the whole lesson part, I would have felt like even back then, Lise would have come up to Yuta and be like, Yuta, do you want to learn together with me? Let's learn together. But it seems maybe she was more focused on something else because she had Kubera's words in her mind or something. I'm fine, don't worry. Really? But you don't look so well. But what in the world is that Shura those people were talking about? I've never heard of magic failing on a Shura. Hey, Mr. Magician, who says topology is so easy? Have you ever heard of anything like that? If magic doesn't work on it, I might have a clue to what it might be. There are almost no records of this tribe in books, and they rarely made appearance in the human world. I think she knows halves can't use magic. Halves can learn magic. That's correct. Counter argument, Lisa's stupid. She knows that, but she could also just forget it. Be like, hey Yuta, wanna learn magic together with me? And then Asha comes in with the slapstick comedy. Lise, halves can learn comedy. Halves can't learn magic. And Lisa's like, oh right, I forgot. Halves can't learn. Oh my god. Halves can't learn comedy. No! What is a world where you can't learn comedy? Lisa's brain is not dead, Lisa's brain. Halves can't learn comedy is amazing. Halves are incapable of laughing. No! No comedy. So that is why Kubera is a romance, because halves can't learn comedy, so they can learn romance. Fucking stupid. What are you saying, that there's an unknown tribe? Yes. Even talking about the tribe is forbidden, so they call it by the tribe of chaos. You sure know a bunch. Where the hell do you even get information like that? What? Looks like the time is up. Use the Hoti Varuna again. No, it isn't time to stop yet. Then why did it... Ooh, that's a big... Ooh! Ooh! It's the Thriller Bark guy! Thriller Bark mentioned! Thriller Bark mentioned! It's the Florian Triangle monster. Cursed. He looks kinda cute sitting there and thinking like that. I love the scene. How the thing is looking down, how they stopped and everything. Very cool. This is the Shura the others were talking about. If I'm correct, as long as it has its eyes open, any normal magic will all be nullified. Don't say such depressing things as if it's nothing. Why are you so calm in a situation like this? Because getting all worked up won't solve anything. Thriller Bark Mansion! It's my favorite arc for a reason. I'm also one... Because I'm already on the Thriller Bark topic, let's bring this up. I'm one of the people in a discussion. I'm saying Nightmare Luffy is stronger than Gear 4 Luffy. At least like Gear 4 Dressrosa Luffy. I'm not entirely sure about like Snake Man Luffy against Katakuri, but he's for sure stronger than Gear 4 Luffy in Dressrosa. And also when you bring up, but Nightmare Luffy doesn't have any haki. Come on. That's just because haki wasn't invented yet. In all these shadows, and even some shadows were said to be like from very powerful fighters, extreme master swordsmen, and other things. Those people had haki. Those people for sure had haki. So Nightmare Luffy has haki. Nightmare Luffy bigger than Gear 4 Luffy. That's also why Moria is heavily underestimated. It's always like, oh my god, Moria lost against this early Luffy. It's crazy. That was mainly Nightmare Luffy. And then, like, they say, like, damn, and Moria lost again at Marineford. Moria lost against freaking PX whatever numbers, like Kuma clones. And Moria lost against multiple Pacifista, and Moria lost against Doflamingo. And for some reason, they're still like, damn, Moria lost it in Marineford. Look at him, he's so weak. Rather, he lost against Pacifistas, a whole bunch of Pacifistas, and Doflamingo. Even Luffy was almost losing against Doflamingo if he didn't ride around for a bull and people stalled for him to get back his Gear 4 timer. Plus, Moria also kinda got backstabbed. Moria did not expect the attacks to happen from the Pacifista and Doflamingo, so he wasn't prepared to battle them in any way or shape. He would still lose even if he was prepared, but I'm pretty sure if he was prepared and not backstabbed, probably all of the Pacifista would be destroyed and Doflamingo would be hurt in some way or shape. Then do things get better by being this calm? Let's stop arguing with him. He won't be of any help here anyway, since he's nothing without his magic. I never expected Ashura to be that big. We won't be able to escape easily. We might have a chance if we got out of its line of sight for us to do that. Someone needs to be the bait. Moria was Yonko level. Hear me out. Thriller Bark, Luffy is just getting ignored and tossed around by Moria forever until the end of the arc. Did stream die? Did stream die? No. Nah, Haku, I also had problems in Omniscient Reader's viewpoint already earlier, but I have no idea why. I even reset my router, like classic turn on, turn off for some time and stuff. I don't know what's going on. It's Germany. It's Germany at its best. Ugh. But yeah, was Yonko level for sure. I mean, he was keeping up with young Kaido, and he mainly lost or ran away from Kaido because all of his friends died. But I feel like only intellectual people are up for the debate that Moria is powerful. Also, the part of the debate where it's like Thriller Bark pirates are kinda failed Straw Hat pirates. Like, it works, it just buffers from time to time. This whole stream, I just thought it was me. I think it's hard on me. I have already from this entire stream, I dropped 15% of my frames. I only have one column of the connection columns for the stream, and other stuff. I don't know. Might be that YouTube is experiencing problems today as well. Might be some other things. Let me finish the One Piece talk before we can continue with Kubera. Why Thriller Bark are failed Straw Hats? Moria is failed Luffy. Hawkbag is kind of failed Chopper. I don't know. Hogback just wants the attention of a woman. It's a crazy good doctor and whatnot, stitching up people here and there. If Chopper on a bad timeline, maybe he always wants the attention of that one mink, but never gets it, and then he goes down some dark line and other things, and then he's starting stitching things up. I can see the thing. Zoro is just zombie Ryuma. Broke is just broke, I guess. You can argue that Perona is kinda Nami. Perona is Goth Nami. And Absalom is literally just Sanji. They're not too different. And Maria literally is Luffy. And the crew members that I'm not talking about, they probably died in the fight against Kaido. Like Maria's version of Robin, Maria's version of Usopp, Maria's version of Frankie, I don't know. We also have to note where Maria is when we see him. He lost his crew to Kaido, so he's making a crew of zombies he can be unattached to. A big part of the arc is in the Straw Hats working together, showing why you need a crew. Absalom is literally just Sanji indeed. That's also in Absalom got the fruit Sanji wanted. It's actually Sanji has failed Absalom, though. That's also why I can talk about that in the One Piece fan story that I'm writing. Like, the Thriller Bark pirates are the main characters. And so a theme in my story is Maria rediscovering about the things about it's okay to be a crew because you just need to... It's like the Luffy thing of like, if I want to... He was too weak to protect his crew at Sabaody, so he trained for a long time to be more powerful enough to protect his crew. And Maria also started to train again to be like, if I want to resume going after my dream, I need to be so powerful that nobody can mess with me, and I can protect all of my crew members. So he gets more and more powerful and everything. Then I also added the small plotline, which also makes Absalom and Sanji even more similar. That Absalom is from a kingdom, and he was a prince in the kingdom, but the kingdom basically fell into ruin and other stuff. But he's still like, he's a prince of a fallen kingdom. Kinda like Sanji. So I built up the parallel, which is also why the Sanji in my fan story became a student of Absalom. Absalom is also not that much of a pervert anymore. He got better because the whole One Piece setting is always like, if you have dreams, you are a better person. If you chase your dreams, you are basically better looking as well. So because Absalom started getting away from his dream of doing, I don't know, wanting to marry a beautiful woman, he basically tried to be powerful enough to assist Maria because Maria is still close to Absalom. Maria cares about Absalom. And I feel like maybe Absalom was even a part of a very... I think it was like, when Maria was extremely depressed, I feel like that was when he met Absalom. So in my head, maybe Absalom's kingdom fell. He was also very much depressed because I wrote it so that his bigger sister that he really liked died. And then his kingdom also completely fell, and that was probably when he met Maria or something. And so the whole thing about Absalom's obsession with women is also because he never has been loved. This is talking about my fanfiction. He has never been loved, so he wants to feel love, and he was loved by he has like this weird obsession because in his brother that basically brought the kingdom to ruin was basically always like messing with people and other things, so he kind of like coped his way into becoming more and more like his brother. Taking so many post-time script L's, he loses place in the monster trio, down the bad, is replaced by Jinbei, or is that been? Though to be fair, it's not like Jinbei's done much the entire series except to just be around. Also true, also true. Also, Moria adopting a giant child into his family in my fanfiction. That's also like him accepting another family member. Then another giant woman joined the family, joined the crew because she wanted like to be more together with Perona because they became besties. The crew right now consists of Maria as the captain, Absalom as the number 2, then they have Verona, obviously. Brooke is also a part of the crew because Moria basically said, yo, I'm going to give you back your shadow. Stop attacking my people, my zombies, and throwing salt into them. Just become a part of my crew. I know I kind of messed with you, but if you work together with me, I can make your dream become a reality. And through that, they came together again. But I also copied One Piece to some degrees, because Moria kind of died against Kaido, and his devil fruit awakened then. And it turned out that his devil fruit was actually a god devil fruit. I just straight stole that from One Piece, because I was like, I think this works. But I made it so that the One Piece pantheon is like more built up. So Moria's devil fruit is the goddess of death. So because sometimes we see Moria act like as the mother of Perona, so I made him like a goddess. And the goddess of death is also basically like the primordial goddess of the One Piece world, which means like it's like life and death. And below the goddess of life and death, there are like the 4 creation gods, which are which was it? I forgot again completely. I think Ichika, the forest god, Nika, the sun god, Sanka, the rain god, and Yonka, the earth god. And so the gods are all like children of Hisanashi. So Hisanashi is the name of the death goddess. And so that's why Moria has like a connection to the different gods. And that's also why I gave Dragon, the god of rain, the Sanka fruit, because he is like the name of because the sun god Nika is called the bringer of joy and like the warrior of liberation and stuff like that. So I named the rain god Sanka also something like the bringer of revolution, which kind of is like Dragon's whole revolution thing might also be kind of forced into him because of the mindset of the devil fruits. And then there was this whole battle. What about Yonka too? You would be surprised. I don't know if any the one guy who always comments on my One Piece videos, love him so much. He's one of the reasons I kept going for all the time. Pate, you forgot. In Fishman Island, there were the quintuplet mermaids. The quintuplet mermaids are actually called Ichika, Nika, Sanka, Yonka, and that's why Haku also brought up Yonka too. Because instead of Goka, the 5th quintuplet was called Yonka 2. Which is why I hope the guy who watches my videos and comments on all of them is not watching the stream. He's probably not. Which is why I decided that the Earth God is actually split into 2 devil fruits. Which is why it's Yonka and Yonka 2. I decided that the Earth God was so powerful, so evil, and so stuff that they got separated into 2 parts. And only if you have both of those devil fruits, you can awaken into the powers of the god, the Earth God, Yonka. Maybe you are getting where I'm going with this. Only if you have 2 devil fruits that are very destructive and very dark and evil, you can awaken into the Earth God powers. So my idea is that the Darkness Devil Fruit and the Earthquake Devil Fruits are basically the 2 parts of the Earth God, which is why Blackbeard was so after them, and the Yonka Darkness part is like how he learned that he needs to go after. Maybe at first he learned that Sebek had the fruit, but then when he got the fruit, he learned that he also needs to get the Quake fruit, and then he went for that. So I'm not even sure if I'm on the train anymore that Blackbeard needs to have 3 devil fruits, but I like the idea of that maybe the god is split up into. Are you still behind on One Piece? Yeah. I haven't read any. Haven't read anything of them yet. I still need to catch up with the official chapters. But I did get spoiled on a few parts. That's how I knew some things when we talked on the Discord. Uh, but yeah, that is basically the god lore I have for my One Piece world. Which is also funny because at the moment I am misguiding the story in my One Piece, making people believe that that Fujitora and his gravity fruit is actually the Earth god Yonka, because Fujitora in my story was battling against all kinds of people. And to win against someone, he basically had to there was a lot going on, and he somehow got twisted into some sort of gravity, like, because he was fighting against which is quite funny. He was fighting against Morley from the Revolutionary Pirates. From the Revolutionaries. Morley, one of the leaders. And because maybe related to this conversation, I need to know your reaction. Okay. Because Morley has like the push fruit. Meanwhile, Fujitora has the press fruit, which I decided there's push and there's press, which is kind of the same thing, I think. But basically, so there was like Morley was pushing the gravity, meanwhile Fujitora was pressing the gravity, and then their gravity stuff collided together, and then they kind of created some sort of vortex of gravity, dark hole bullshit, and Fujitora got sucked into that, and Morley thought that he killed and won against Fujitora, but as it turned out, Fujitora only got sucked into that dimension, and in that dimension, which is some weird bizarro room, freaking, what's the Pokemon move called, where if you're slow, it's some trick room dimension where if you're slow you go fast and other things. And in that dimension, time was rapidly going backwards. So if Fujitora stayed for long to there, he would basically just turn into a baby and died. But because he was younger, he was also, and trying to get out and stuff, he was continuously getting stronger. And in the moment where he reached a point of time where he blinded himself, so the time went back, and one of his eyes returned to being able to see, but one of his eyes was still blind. And at that point of time, he grew powerful and smart and everything enough. He understood the situation and escaped out of the room. And so the first thing he saw after escaping out of this gravity dimension was Morley, and he got the whole thing of going like, oh my god, Morley, I give you the option to join me if you want to do, and then Morley didn't want to, and he killed Morley, but said he will forever remember her as the most beautiful lady. And basically, because he was so strong, completely dominated over Morley and everything, he told everybody, either face me, which will lead to your death, or leave this island now. And so basically everybody just evacuated. And and then he joined Akainu, who was fighting against Dragon, but Dragon was basically whooping Akainu's ass. And only because then Fujitora paired up together with Akainu, they were able to defeat Dragon, who was using the powers of the Rain God. And Dragon basically thought that the strength of Fujitora could only be existing because he's literally also using God Fruit powers. But Dragon was wrong in assuming that. Dragon was just assuming things. So now the people who are watching this are thinking, shit, that's another god. But it's not really a god, it's just that Fujitora is freaking broken. Okay, I'm yapping because I like writing this. Yeah. And basically, I had this whole war between the Marines and the revolutionaries. That's over now, and I'm now in the final arc of my story, which is the war between the Blackbeard pirates and the fleet of death, which is what I call the Strawhead fleet, but for Moria, it's the fleet of death. And so we already had the battle between. I have it open here. I already finished the battle between Ors and Burgess, which whatever. I finished the battle between Idio and Blue Gilly versus Van Augur. I finished a battle between the Devil's Luck Pirates and Akainu, which is basically the battle. Devil's Luck Pirates are from a One Piece D&D campaign from the anime rapper Rustage, if anybody knows him. And right now a battle that is going on is Cavendish versus Katarina Devon. But there's still many battles coming on until this war's over, because there's so many moving parts. The Big Mom Pirates are also there because they want to rescue Pudding, who got kidnapped. The Thrillerbug Pirates are mainly there to rescue Perona, who got kidnapped. And yeah, whatever. But we are here for Kubera. Even though my PC is just and it's not my PC, even though YouTube is lagging as fuck. Okay, maybe this helps a bit. Okay, let's continue. Sorry for the rant. I never get a chance to talk about the story, even though I have been working on the story for... When was my first ever video? Like, it was the second ever video on my channel. Date. This was a few streams. Like, my first ever video was VTubers in One Piece, Kiryu Koko, the Yakuza dragon, which I basically turned Koko into a Yakuza of Wano, and then she joined the Hololive Pirates. And then the next episode was What If Luffy Was Never Born, which was the start of my story. That's literally June 2021. That's when I started writing the story. Like, starting with What If Luffy Was Never Born. That's why Moria became the protagonist. Because Law needed another ally to fight against Kaido / basically only Doflamingo. So he thought, who the fuck has a grudge against Kaido and is strong and I can use to basically get through the situation and do everything, you know? And he was like, damn, Moria got a grudge. I just need to motivate Moria so that he joins me, and even if it doesn't work, maybe we can somehow get through. Even if it doesn't work towards Kaido, at least maybe we can finish Doflamingo. Welcome back to Japan. I mean England. Whatever you say, Yannick. The story basically started with the... Yeah. So basically, when I reached the point of post-war saga, post-Marineford, it basically became the story of Moria, which was in November 2021. So in November 2021, I started writing this fanfiction, really. To put it on my watch list. So basically, because this will still go on for all of 2025, I will probably have been writing this story for Maria specifically for more than 4 years. Which is just a curse of One Piece. Okay, you got me convinced to put it in my watch list. Wait, how long is the playlist? Because I have it all in a playlist. I'm always stopping before reading. The playlist is 186 videos long at the moment. Each is probably around... I mean, some are longer than others. But they are mainly around 10 to 15 minutes. Damn, some of these are so cool to look back to. I might just watch them all myself again. Okay. Let's get to Kubera, though. Let's stop arguing with him. He won't be of any help here anyway, since he's nothing without his magic. I never expected the Shura to be that big. We won't be able to escape easily. We might have a chance if we get out of its line of sight. For us to do that, someone needs to be the bait. Contestant number 1, Asha Rahiro. As you can see, he's the weak magician type. His skinny frame shows that he is weak in all physical aspects. He's the type to be at the library on his free time. Destined 2, Lise Hayas. She's pretty lively and seems to like sports, but she's still a little girl. She isn't even a quarter, so will be of no help. Now you know a fraction of Oda's pain. I mean, Oda's doing that shit on himself. Didn't he say he, like, the 186 videos, that's a healthy Minecraft session? Didn't he say, like, basically the warlords and everything didn't exist at the beginning and he only had the Yonkos? I feel like maybe that would have been way healthier. Did we really need all of them? Did we really need 7 warlords? Did Mihawk need to be a warlord? Did it add anything at all that he was a warlord and not just a bounty hunter? I don't know. Who else was there? I guess Jinbei made sense. Hancock kinda made sense. But Hancock, instead of being a warlord, could also have just been invited to the government system as like the people who go to the reverie or something. Moria... I guess Moria made sense because he wanted to have an easier time to get to the zombies. If you've been writing a story based on ongoing story for 4 years, aren't things you've written no longer canon? They 100% are not longer canon. Oh my god, chat is like 40 seconds out of sync, if not more. Holy shit! They're 100% not longer canon. Especially because I already did an Elbaf arc, and my Elbaf is completely different from anything that's going on in the story. But I did have an interesting oopsie, which Oda, something that I wrote, got confirmed by Oda. I brought in the One Piece multiverse at some point because of a devil fruit I introduced, and so the character who's using that devil fruit who can connect with multiverses, a character that came from a different universe called Hyrule, something like the Thunder King Fist or the Thunder Fist Yonko or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I forgot. And now, if I remember correctly, it was revealed that Hyrule is the brother of Loki, right? Like, he is the brother of Loki, which kind of makes him 4, right? So I said Hyrule's title in another dimension where he's way stronger and became a Yonko is Thunder King or Thunder God Fist, something like that. And now he was confirmed to be actually Loki's brother, which means he actually could be 4. So I'm like, damn. I named the character Thunder God Fist, and now he's actually confirmed to be 4? Same father, the king, different mothers. I really think Hyrule might be the 4 equivalent in the One Piece story. Which is also funny because in my story, 4 is supposed to have disappeared. I'm probably retconning that at some point. But there's a lot going on. I just find it funny that me calling out that Hyrule is like a 4 kind of thing in a different universe, and now he got confirmed to be Loki's brother, which is obviously 4. Oda and me are in the same boat, man. If he's the captain, I'm the vice captain who steals his notes. Contestant 3, Yuta. He always carries around his sword, so he seems more useful than others. But he's still young and doesn't look very strong. By seeing how Asha treats Yuta, I don't think he's strong at all. In the end, I'm the only one who can be the bait. How did it end up like this? All I wanted was to graduate. I guess I have no choice but use it here. By the way, he didn't want to graduate, he wanted to graduate. But one thing that's different for me, that the king of Elbaf is called King Odin in my point. Because there's King Odin, there's Prince Loki, and I guess Hyrule is Prince 4 technically, but the 4 plotline for me is completely messed up anyways. Grab. Just sit still. What? Why are you telling me to sit down? We're lucky that thing isn't attacking us right now. But do you even have a plan? Nothing good comes out of provoking an enemy that is staying still. Well, we can't just stay here like this either. As you know, we can't move at all without magic. Running graduation stream? No! Just forget, leave me and head for the exit. What are you saying, Yuta? Yuta, it's dangerous. Come back, Yuta! It's been a long time, my son. Do you know how much Mommy missed you? That damn Vishnu used so many tricks that it took me so long just to find you. I'm sorry I couldn't find you sooner. My son, are you glad to see me? You don't look too happy. Does it not seem real to be by my side? Should I give you a more real taste of reality? Mommy? Does it hurt? Does Mommy's warm embrace hurt? Of course it hurts, because you are in that weak human form. The problem isn't me, it's Lise. Lise hates Shuras. So you don't want to show your true form, huh? How interesting. I never thought you would find someone to have those kind of feelings. But that isn't love, you've got something mistaken. Yes, I will teach you once and for all right now. You think we're just gonna let you take him? Asha, what are you doing? Let's go after it. Sit down, you're shaking the boat. But Asha, Yuta is... Run, Cyrov. Use Hoti Varuna. Now that those eyes are gone, you can probably use magic now. Asha! Don't shout, you're too loud. That thing just took Yuta. Are you saying that we should leave Yuta behind? I know it hasn't been long since we first met him, but we can't just... He didn't get taken. He went on his own free will. Just forget about me and head for the exit. You come back safe and sound, so don't put him in a bad position by trying to rescue him. What do you mean safe and sound? Yuta's only a half. I can say that. Anyway, I'm going to look for him on my way on then. Hey, kid, I know how you feel, but... Let me go! I'm gonna go! Huh? What the... How is a girl like her so strong? Sorry. Anyway, I'm going... The bracelet turned golden, right? That means it's active. Anyways, I'm going to find Yuta. Hoti Brahma. Ran Sairav. I believe I told you to sit. Yes, sir! Get this off of me. I need to save Yuta! Don't mind, Lise. Let's go. Hoti Kubera! The bracelet restricts physical strength by using the mind, depending on your state of mind. You could use a normal strength or even more than that without taking off the bracelet. Your mind, not your body. Do you understand? Bracelet activated. Yep. To be continued. And she's using Hoti Kubera on her whole body. That's basically what the entire thing is like. Because normally it's only around their arm, like these circles. But it's about all of their body. Okay. 93 and 94 left for the day. Maybe next week we would want to have legs. Because I already dropped 92,000 frames. I dropped over 1/3 of the frames of the stream. How could you do such a thing? He was only my friend. I hate you, Mom. You're the worst. Full body Hoti Kubera. Let's go. Relevant note from Kurigom's blog post for this episode. Lee's breaking your bonds. Hoti Brahma is not supposed to be broken so easily, especially when cast by Asha. Yeah, I thought it was some sort of achievement. Because binding spells are obviously supposed to be binding. The Binding of Isaac. Yeah, this is a mommy. This is a mommy, alright. Do you want to believe that it was me who did it? Okay, then believe as you want. Lies for you. Wow, the first time, yet she is using it on her entire body. Thus the magic she used was so strong that it even broke the Hoti Brahma in one chop. Kubera's first spell was Hoti Kubera, so fitting. I feel so strong. I feel like I can defeat anyone. I'm sure I can save Yuta in this state. Wait here, I'm gonna save Yuta. Hey, hold on, have you used the spell on your whole body? There were no steps in between. She got up there in one jump. No way. Even amongst fighters, this is a really rare skill. How did she... Okay, so he knows Rao. Rao. Why does she remind me of him all of a sudden? Now that I think about it, that would be this. They would be the same age if he didn't die. And the name. They would be the same age if he didn't die. Does Lise have a twin brother? A half brother? This mommy has one of the biggest chest sizes in the series. A very important fact. Parts are pushing up his glasses. When Haku liked this arc so much, it's the mommy. It's the mommy. She never listens to me. I have no choice now. Run side off. Keep going forward and you will find the exit. I'm gonna go after Lise. Why are you leaving me out? What? Can you guarantee that you will save both kids and come out in one piece? One Piece? Oh my god! My tangent talking about One Piece brought it into the story. You look like you've never exercised a day in your life. If that's what you're worried about, don't worry about it. I may not be able to kill it, sure, but escaping won't be a problem. Hey, no matter how strong you may be, you're still a human. So don't talk as if you'll be completely fine. The human body is fundamentally much weaker than that of Shura's. It's so much weaker that Rao Lise died in N5. So it is Rao. What did he mean? What did he mean by that then? What did he mean by they would be the same age if he didn't die? Obviously they wouldn't be the same age. No matter how strong of a fighter or magician you are, you can die in an instant. How can a typical magician like you go against an opponent nullified magic? I need a mommy, man Haku. Maybe one day I can offer you some. Not my own though. She's married, man. She's married. The One Piece is real! So in conclusion, you're saying I'm unreliable, right? Not necessarily that. Well, I guess. Yeah, truthfully, I think you're unreliable. I don't think you can run a 100-meter dash in 10 seconds. And you look like you can't even do 1,000 push-ups. Am I wrong? Understood. Let's go together, run Cyrov. So this is the standard for like decent fighters? Or like this is the minimum requirement to be called a fighter in the Kubera world? I mean, 10 seconds is obviously very fast for a 100-meter dash. But I feel like the 1,000 push-ups is a much harder thing to achieve. I'm actually questioning that. Let me ask our overlord, ChatGPT. I typed it so long ago. My chats are so way behind. Someone related to Rao, not Rao himself. How many people in the world can sprint 100 meter in 10 seconds? And how many people in the world can do 1,000 push-ups in one go? For that dialogue, this is how fans translated it. Wait, if his kid was alive, it would be Lisa's age. And now that I think about it, Lisa's name. Oh, okay. These feats are extremely rare, but let's break them down. 100 meter sprint in 10 seconds. is elite sprinter level. As of today, fewer than 200 men in history have officially broken the 10-second barrier. If you include unofficial and wind-assisted time, the number may rise slightly, but remains well under 500 worldwide. Doing 1000 consecutive push-ups is more about endurance than explosive power. The world record is over 10,000 push-ups in one session by Minoru Yoshida and Charles Servizio. There are no precise statistics, but it's estimated that a few thousand worldwide, maybe in the low thousands, could achieve this with training. However, if set strict form standards, the number would be much lower, probably in the hundreds worldwide. Sprinting 100 meters in under 10 seconds is far rarer than doing 1000 push-ups in one go. There are likely fewer than 500 sprinters in the world who can break 10 seconds, but while a few thousand who could do 1000 push-ups in one go. "10 seconds for 100 meters, 60 kilometers. Not only hard, 1k push-ups would take forever. Also true, also true. Just like if you do proper form push-ups. Proper form push-ups and not just like these weird up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down that some people do and act like they can do fast push-ups. I think if I remember correctly, my best time in let me figure that out. We're going on a tangent. Germany. Okay. This is for swimming and track and field. This is swimming. Okay, 100 meter. Okay. To get 10k. So basically you must be like top 5,000 humans physically to be a fighter in Kubera. Maybe something like that. Probably lower. So to get like an A in track and field 100 meter in Germany, you need to run 12.1 seconds. I remember that I got an A, and I vaguely remember that my time was 11.8 seconds, but I'm not entirely sure. I remember that I got an A, but I remember running something with 11 in the front, and my head wants to tell me it was 11.8. But it could also have been, I don't think it was 11.4, that seems way too fast to me. But something with 11, let's say 11.8. So not even me, not even me, not even I am fast enough to be considered a fighter. And Kubera even has quarter and half fighters. I was planning on crossing over to the Shura realm soon anyway. There was no need for you to come, mother. Yeah, you're right. You're going to come back to the Shura realm, but I'm not the family member you wanted to see. Why is that? And who is it you miss so much? Garuda, who barely acknowledged your existence? Or Vinata, who only loved her own children? Or is it Shuri, who vanished with Vishnu and left you behind? If not that, are you looking for Maruna and Kalavinka, who may not even be in the Shura realm? Tsit. I'm sure they have already forgotten about you and are probably searching for each other right now. I did 100 pull-ups as a challenge twice before, and the skin was peeling from my hands. Well, pull-ups I never did that much. Like if I do, I don't remember whatever was my my PB, my personal best in pull-ups. I made you really well, didn't I? I don't think you would need to close your eyes when facing a god now. This is such a horrible sentence. I made you really well, didn't I? Imagine your parents, who you already have a bad relationship already, that's very much obvious in the story. If your parent tells you, I made you really well, didn't I? Oh, that's so... Ugh. Even though you have yet to reach the next stage of development, I see your time away from me has not been wasted. Anyway, I will give you the answer you wanted to know. Both Maruna and Kalavinka are in the human realm. That's a big information. Kalavinka, who our boy Papa Smurf is searching for, is in the human realm. I don't think we knew that before. Because Papa Smurf wanted to go to the Shura realm to search. That's also why he wanted to work together with my waifu, Blue Enya. What was her name again? Saranghae. That's freaking Korean. I mean, I do Saranghae her, but Saranga? No. Somebody help a homie out. Somebody help a desperate simp out. You know why I'm telling you this? Because you will have to come to the Shura realm with me right now. Mother, my son, why do you hold such lingering affections? The emotions you feel for others cannot be categorized as friendship or love. Papa Smurf is looking for Shakuntala. Oh, You didn't, they suck a lot. Maruna is the one looking for Kalavinka. Oh, okay, I'm mixing them up. Who was Kalavinka then? Who was Kalavinka in that equation then again? Bird Brain Maruna. Kalavinka, Shakuntala, those names have a similar vibe to me. The emotions you feel for others cannot be categorized as friendship or love, because I have not permitted you to feel any kinds of those feelings, those emotions. Sangara is close enough. Who is Sangara? There exists a character called Sangara. Who is that? Who the fuck is Sangara? I know a character called Sangara from an anime. Not Sankaria. Kalavinka is Yuta and Maruna's sister. Sangara. I'm now freaking missed on that. There's a pic of her above. Oh, it was the... Oh, right, that's her. I thought it was... In my quick scroll through, I thought it was Yuta. In my quick scroll through, I thought it was Yuta. My bad. Yeah, this is not Yuta. This is... Okay, this is Kalavinka. Yeah. I have not permitted you to feel any kinds of these emotions. No, that isn't possible. It's different for sure. The ones I hold dear to my heart are different from other things. Really? Well, perhaps we can excuse Maruna and Kalavinka, because they are your brother and sister. I'm gonna be cutting all your ties with them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now then, the girl you didn't want to show your true self to, the girl with green hair. Can you tell me why you have lingering emotions for that girl? There are many humans who do not discriminate against halves. There are plenty of others who are stronger than her and more just. There are enough stupid, uncalculating humans like her among them. And for what I need to say, the world is filled with people who are more beautiful than her. Now, so why do you feel attracted to her? Sagara? One of the 10 MCs? No, not Sangara. Not Sagara. Dr. Stone? Dr. Stone. Sandgara? Sandgara from the hit show Naruto, and its much less good sequel called Naruto Shippuden. Dr. Stone. Man, I love Suika. Suika is so cool. There's there is Sagara. But Pate and Agar in Dr. Stone, it's also Sagara and not Sangara. But they're called. I specifically remember Sangara. Not like Gara with 2A, but like Sangara. I don't know. Oh, I remember Luna Ride. She was a hottie. Luna Ride was a hottie, that's for sure. Luna, ooh, Luna, right. I remember you. Mommy's blue eyes are cold. Now, why do you feel so attracted to her? There doesn't always have to be a reason for everything. An unconditional love? Sure, it really has done some work on you. Yes, there are many who say love doesn't require a reason and say trashy words like I love you because you are you. But what they are saying is nothing but an excuse to hide their true emotions. I am telling you, there is no such thing as an unconditional love. I don't know, I just felt, ever since I first met her, she seemed somewhat special. Yeah? Then what will you do if those feelings just turn out to be nothing more than a twisted form of suppressed hunger? I'm sure you aren't convinced by my words right now. I'm fine, you're gonna end up coming back to the Shore Realm anyway. I will give you a chance to make a choice before you leave. Before we leave. This is the channel, but at the same time, it's not the channel. There's less oxygen in the air. This place is similar to the Shore Realm. She's so stupid, isn't she? She's a mere human, and yet she came to save without any hesitation. How long do you think she will hold up here? I think she will die as soon as her spell runs out. Whoosh. I will not allow you to go down there in human form. If you really want to go down there, go in your Shura form. Ooh, Mommy wants to test if Lise will still like and support and be friends with Yuta if he is in his Shura form. She wants to test what Lise is like. Of course, it will mean the girl will see what you really are. What is it that you want? I told you, I'm going to give you the chance to see for yourself. You will soon see and realize that what you feel for her isn't anything close to love. Okay, we're getting to the last chapter of the day, before this lag fest stops, and hopefully, next week, it's going to be better. How could there be a place like this in the channel? Is this even part of the channel? Never mind that. I need to find out where Yuta was taken to. Okay, and these are all from the Chaos Shura tribe. Don't worry, my son. She won't die so easily. No, to be precise, let me put it this way. She was made not to die. I commend you for instinctively finding the best type of prey. But unfortunately, you have yet to realize that she's nothing but prey. Watch carefully. You'll find out why she's the best type of prey. Ooh, look at those hard eyes. The signs are going crazy. There's no such thing as Area 251 in the channel. What is that symbol after it? There isn't even a way back. It clearly came from the bottom, but there isn't a tunnel going back down. What are you going to do? That's why I told you to head towards the exit by yourself. Why are you complaining when you were the one who was so adamant on coming along? Okay, I get it. So tell me how to do this. You seem pretty confident you knew a way to get out of here safe and sound. That symbol is the alphabet of planet Carta. What? The water channel on planet Carta at 400 areas. There is nothing strange about area 251 showing up. Wait, hang on. There's no way it would suddenly transport to another planet. Plus, wasn't Carta destroyed in the year N5? Mom, please open your eyes. Yes, planet Carta was destroyed 10 years ago. Okay, so Asha was there in a disaster on planet Carta where she lost her family, and then she came to this planet. Gonna clue in Sangara, But that doesn't mean Carter's water channel was also destroyed. Most people think that the channel would be under the ocean, but in fact, no one knows the actual location of the channel. It is true that the channels exist, and entrances are connected to a couple of locations on the planet, but the inside of the channel isn't part of the planet. So even though Carter was destroyed, the actual channel can actually still remain, although it is now a sealed area with no exits or entrances. Seeing you say such horrifying story without even a flinch, you must know a way to get out of here. But what is the reason for ending up here out of nowhere? Well, that monster appeared and that channel is all mixed up. I guess it isn't that surprising to hear the channel of each planet are connected to each other. Anyway, do you know your way around here? I know that you know many things, but I'm sure you wouldn't have studied the wall channel for destroyed planets. I remember all the paths. Carter's channel has many areas, but the geography of it doesn't change at all. Hang on, are you saying you memorized the whole Carter's channel? Why did you do that? Because Carter's magic exam took place in this very channel. What? Then you must be... Anyway, let's get moving. She went to area 397, which is connected to area 251. Things may get dangerous. Artist magic exam, but she took a magic exam on this planet, right? Otherwise, she wouldn't have been together with Brilith, right? Right? Or was Brilith? Brilith was not on another planet. We know that. Asha is a survivor of Karte?